This summer, say I do.
I am marrying a stranger.
Like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts.
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name is Paul Brunson.
More couples.
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
And more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's going to happen. I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight. Streaming July 12th. Only on Peacock.
Introducing Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa with bright citrus, real red jalapenos, guajillo chiles. Usually, you add sauce to the food, but when the sauce is this good, the food is just there to get the sauce to your mouth. That rolled quesadilla, not a rolled quesadilla anymore. Now it's a sauce shovel. Taco Bell's jalapeno citrus salsa. Get it with any item on the Cantina chicken menu while it's here. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for availability.
I wrote a little song to remind you. Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Before we go on, let's give a moment of silence for the ones who aren't here with us today for whatever reason. Let's give this moment to them. Today and tomorrow we'll wrap up Prison Jail Felon Talk for the rest of the month. Until next month, of course, we do this every month on the couch. Every beginning of the month, we do Prison Jail Felon Talk. Also coming up, July the 15th is going to be surgeries, menopause, health, and more. July 20th is going to be mental health talk. July 30th is going to be fuck fentanyl. Now, if you are in the Oklahoma City area and you've done any time and you would like to come to the second annual prison reunion, it's going to be August the 29th, and I can send you more details, and I will also post it on my page again. Shout out to Medical Man Wellness Dispensary. If you guys are looking for a good dispensary in the Oklahoma City metro area, Bethany area, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, you see him, like, y'all can't see. Oh wait, let me turn the camera real quick so y'all. You see that logo right there? Can I get a close up on it? Like, yeah. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Oh, hi. Bye. So, yeah, shout out to Medical Man Wellness because you can get a zip. Buy one, get the second one for a penny. Come on. Buy one, get the second one for a penny. Stop, listen. And y'all see my eyes. My eyes is low. It's gas. So, yeah. Okay. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the episode because what's up? Now, the reason why I named this episode, you are not an inmate when you are in jail. You aren't. You're just a regular person that is fighting a case. Because when you catch a case, they say that you're innocent until proven guilty. And that's even if you are in jail. They say you innocent until they prove you guilty. So if you are in the jail, then technically you innocent. It doesn't matter how long you gotta wait while you're fighting your case. You are innocent. Period. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. You are a regular civilian who just could not afford to make bond. Period. So now you are housed in the jail as a regular person, a regular fucking civilian. You don't have an inmate number. You have a first and last name when you are in the jail. And until you go to court and they say you're guilty of whatever you was in there for. Until they come and they say that at the court and they sentence you, that's whenever you transition into being an inmate. Now you about to get a DOC number. Now, everybody's not rich. And sometimes, and I hear this all the time. Well, I'm saying that like I've been in and out of jail. I heard it plenty. Okay? When you in jail, the first thing that somebody wants to say to you is, if you don't like it, bond out. We all know that. It's a saying. It's a jail thing. If you don't like it, then bond out. And then there are some people that actually can't bond out, because then they'll say, if you don't like a bond out, because I can't. I don't even have a bond. Some people don't have a bond. And some people have a bond that other people be like, oh, well, I know I'll be able to get it. But then they end up getting that bond, and then they end up waiting a little bit longer. So if you fighting a case that's, even if your bond is $100, if you don't have somebody that can come put that $100, even if you be like, yo, I'll give you $100 as soon as I walk out and send my stuff. If you don't have somebody that's going to get up and do that, then you can sit in that jail for even $50. But no matter how long you sit in that jail, no matter how long you are fighting a case, you could be in jail for 3-4 years. No matter how long you are in there, you are just still you. You just locked up in jail until you can bond out. Again, if you end up staying in the jail until they sentence you and they finally be like, okay, you guilty of da-da-da-da-da-da-da, then again, that's whenever you start to transition to be an inmate. So how come it seems like every time there is a male or female in the Oklahoma County Jail, y'all, and I say y'all, not y'all, I'm talking about the staff members, the sergeants, because Sergeant Amos, that bitch is a motherfucker. Like, come on now. We already know how the jail is. That's one of the deadliest jails in America. Because y'all got, do we even call them guards? What do we call them? Because at this point, they just regular civilians with a security badge too. You just a jailer watching over the jail. Because you ain't really, this ain't that. This is a big babysitting thing right now. Y'all not really, the way y'all be doing motherfuckers in the jail, that's not a rehabilitation center. That's not a real rehabilitation. That's what prison is supposed to be for. That's supposed to just be housing you until you can either go to prison or bond out. Not to be treated like a motherfucking worse than an animal. Because I've seen some of these same people, you could look up their page, like they'll get in trouble for doing whatever abuse, and then you'll see them with a cat, like knowing that they done slammed the motherfucker's head to the goddamn ground. They cracked a skull and blacked an eye and broke a leg. But you, this cat, ain't gonna get that. The way you would treat your worst enemy, that's how they be acting in that jail. And not just that jail, other jails. Like y'all treating them like they already sentenced. They're already guilty in your eyes. You not even looking at it as, this is just my job. I'm supposed to make sure that they stay in this cell, make sure that they get the help. And not just make sure that they stay in the cell, but also make sure that they healthy, well taken care. If they need you, don't just sit there on your phone and I'm supposed to just be watching. No. Y'all also supposed to be paying a motherfucking attention. Because it don't make no sense why people are ending up dead. Why there's still even a death rate going up in the Oklahoma County Jail. Why is there still a death rate? Why is it still happening? Why are y'all still treating people when they come in the jail as if they are inmates and they are not? As if they are guilty and they are not yet? If they're going to end up guilty, you got to wait their time out just like they do. But you can't get in there taking your anger out on them like that's the thing to do. Ignoring. Like, are you kidding me? What if someone did that to your mom at a nursing home, ignored her when she was calling and she was trying to tell them that her chest was hurting, and finally when they went, just like you, hours later before you went and checked on the person that was in the cell, what if she was dead? Just the same way that you ignored the person that was in cell number 2. Somebody's going to ignore your mother like that. Somebody's going to ignore your father like that. Your children. Your karma is going to come very swift. All that negative energy that you put into that jail, it's going to come right back onto your family. It don't got to come back to you. You might think, hey, I'm in the clear because you living good. Everything is good. But let's fast forward 2-3 years later. Now your kids is battling cancer, or I know y'all probably like, why would you say that? Because it's just real. That's how karma really works. Like, it really doesn't get you the way that you think it's going to get you. It's going to get you the way it's going to humble you. And you never even going to correlate that this is the karma for you. You're not going to think, oh, this was my karma. No, you just going to think, no, but y'all have to stop putting out being so hateful. Y'all literally just jailers. And y'all coming there with the anger and hate that you probably was road raging on the way. Now you don't want to talk to nobody. Not even listening to when they say my chest hurt. And I don't know if you guys remember me telling you, but there's actually a number that you can call on the jail phone, and it'll take you to like a central control where you can be like, yo, I need you to get medical down here, But they still do not answer for that, because I've done that. I was in that jail. I called all motherfucking night. Yo, I need somebody in here. They got me butt naked because they had me butt naked in a cell. What? That's a whole nother story. Anyways. But it's no reason why anyone should end up dead in a jail. In a jail. In a jail. Innocent until proven guilty. But you get a chance to murder them. Case ain't even over. You get the chance to case closed. This is what I'm going to sentence them to, is death. They don't even deserve to be answered. I'm not even going, your chest hurt. Good. Let me see what you in here for. Oh, good. In child endangerment, I bet you that child's chest was hurting too. Good, your chest should hurt. And this is the type of shit that they'll be saying out loud. You want to know? Because I want to know how I know? Because I've heard it. I've heard it. Plenty of jailers don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what you going through. They don't give a fuck. They just know that you committed a crime. And until they find you innocent or guilty, to them, you are guilty because you behind that cell and I'm right here in front of you and you asking me for something, not me asking you. They got this type of mentality that they have to hurt you. Because why do so many people end up dead in the jail? Why do we have stories like Mario Mason? Why do we have these type of stories? Rest in peace to the young lady that they just murdered or let die purposely. And all the other men and women that they let purposely die or intentionally harm them so they can die. It's been too many purposeful deaths happening in Oklahoma County Jail. When is enough enough? How many times are we going to keep telling these stories? How many times are we going to be doing a candlelit memorial? Come on now, y'all. Like, how many times do we got to keep doing this? When are y'all going to not... I don't know if just us regular people notice the corruption in it. First of all, when someone looks at you, no matter if you black, white, Indian, whatever, native, they automatically have an idea of who you are and what you are about. They do the same thing as a jailer. They feel like they know everything about you. And what if you are genuinely innocent, but you just genuinely can't afford to bond out? But you don't want to keep explaining, you know what, I'm innocent. You don't want to keep explaining because you don't have to keep explaining to this jailer. That's not who you need to explain it to. You need to explain it in court. But these men and women that work at these jails, they think that they know exactly who you are. And they can treat you however they want. And those consequences will never come back on them. Some of them will get away with murder. Some of them have gotten away with murder. They are still getting away with murder. I'm starting to wonder if Annalise Keaton is anywhere in sight. What we got going on? No matter how many times we do these stories, no matter how many times we do a podcast, we can do meetups, what is genuinely going to stop that? Y'all want to get rid of humans in warehouse jobs and give robots. Why y'all can't put robots running the penitentiaries then, instead of taking the jobs? Why don't you take those jobs? Why are they not trying to take those jobs instead of taking the jobs that we actually out here really need? Y'all don't need to be correctional officers, because if y'all don't have any emotion anyway, then why the fuck can't they just get a robot that ain't got no motherfucking emotion, but is not gonna strike an inmate? Or, I mean, unless we ain't gonna get that deep into that part, but they're not gonna be programmed to murder. I mean, I guess unless they program them to murder. Okay, let's scratch that, because who's gonna be controlling them? Are they gonna be pre-programmed? Wait a minute. Let's get that out of the way. Scratch that. Are we live here? I'm kidding. I'm just like, no, for real. Scratch that shit. The fuck. No robots in the penitentiaries. Keep these sorry ass motherfucking bitch ass motherfuckers. Okay, listen. We gotta figure this out. I think once they get in the mind frame of realizing that these aren't inmates, because for some reason, even when I was in jail, they was like, you're what they call me? I don't remember what the fuck it was, but it made me feel like I was back in prison. And I'm like, hold on. No, I'm just Janelle. I'm literally just fighting the case. Like, I'm not even guilty yet. Y'all already treat me like I'm guilty. Yes, you said a number of. So it's like, no. They need to have a mental evaluation for each person that goes to work in any jail or penitentiary. That's first and foremost. We have to get a psych evaluation to get a spine stimulator. Why the fuck aren't they getting a mental evaluation to work in a penitentiary that they have to be over thousands of men and women, thousands of different personalities? On top of that, compromising yourself and your mental health and your well-being because you're going to be exhausted. How on earth don't they get a mental evaluation? And because that's damn near like going into, to war. Everybody needs to be evaluated. And I'm not talking about no 30-minute evaluation. I'm talking about like a 4 or 5 hour evaluation, because that's how long it takes for you to get a spine stimulator. A 5-hour evaluation. Now, you mean to tell me that y'all don't do a mental health evaluation on nobody that you let get behind them gates, get behind any of these and work in any of these jails and penitentiaries? You mean to tell me that y'all not? I'm talking about a deep evaluation. Y'all not doing that? And then after everything that has happened thus far, y'all not even like, you know what? Let's make a change. The thing that we can do to make a change in our staffing is making sure that we properly pick the staff members that's going to work by getting them a mental health evaluation. You know how many motherfuckers was sick working up in that bitch? You know how many And this is a true story. There was this one officer that was having a relationship with this young lady. And I can't remember if he was calling it off or she was. Oh, no. She said she was pregnant. And when I tell y'all that this man came up out the bubble, like he was in the fucking world, like we wasn't even around, and beat her the fuck up. And I'm not talking about like, no, I'm talking about like beating her in the face, beating her in the stomach. And I couldn't believe it. Like, wait a minute. You think you in the world having a motherfucking domestic? No, the motherfucker had a domestic with her because she was pregnant, and he wanted to make sure that that baby did not survive. So his wife didn't find out. Did his wife find out anyway? Yes. Yes, he got fired. If I'm not mistaken, he got fired for that. And I think she did lose her baby. But she was fucked up bad. I'm talking bad. 2 black eyes. I think her nose was broke. Like, it was bad. I can't remember her name. Damn, what the fuck was her name? It was on C1. Anyways. But do you think that if they would have did a mental health evaluation, that he would have been working there? No. Because you cannot be no same motherfucker and think that nothing's going to happen to you when you got out the bubble and beat a woman that you were having sexual relations with inappropriately and think that everything was going to be okay. That's a sick ass motherfucker. That's a mental health issue. It really is. Thank you for the hearts. That's a real mental health issue. So now, with everything that's happened in the Oklahoma County Jail, staff members allowing people to die, that's also a mental health issue as well. That's a mental health issue. Knowing that somebody is calling out for you to help them and you sitting there ignoring it like you don't hear it. And if it wasn't a mental health issue before, guess what? You don't think that you're not going to have nightmares of them calling your name saying, hey, Officer such and such, or CO, or jailer, or whatever the fuck you go by. Sergeant Amos, bitch. Help, like my chest. Come here. Can you come here? Come here, come here. 3 hours. Then you finally get up. You go to the cell. Now, she's not even alive anymore. You thought that she got tired from saying, come here, come here. No. She actually died. Because you never came here, come here. You let her die. That's gotta be a real mental health motherfucking issue. So, if you telling me that you want to keep Oklahoma County Jail open, okay, you don't want to get rid of it like we asking, then you need to give a 5-hour deep evaluation, mental health evaluation for each individual that applies to, that you are actually considering hiring. The final step would be this 5-hour mental health evaluation. I'm not just talking about for the jails. I'm also talking about for the penitentiaries too. Okay, yes. Renee, I'm going to go ahead and take it to the next step. And if you do want to proceed with this job, it will require that you get a mental health evaluation. I can give you a referral and you can go to a mental health person of your choice, or we can give you to one of our people. But it will be a 5-hour evaluation. It could be 5 hours or more, depending on you. But do make sure that you put 5 to 6 hours, maybe put 7 hours to the side, just in case. But you will have a deep mental health evaluation before the final step of hire for each jail and penitentiary. If y'all genuinely want to change the outcome of inmate deaths and people deaths in jail, if y'all genuinely want that to change, if you are serious about answering what the people have been asking for so long, then what you need to do for hire now to make sure that you answer, this will at least put our minds at ease as people in society that may or may not have somebody go to jail, or even us, or even prison. This will put our minds at ease to make sure that we at least know that whoever is over them had a mental health evaluation. And if something was to happen, that they wouldn't let it happen on their watch, because hey, they're sane enough to know I'm not going to just let nobody die. I can't just let nobody die. It's against my moral code, because some of these motherfuckers ain't got no morals. That's because they ain't got no motherfucking, they got some screws missing that they hid during motherfucking, come on now. Especially if you got a virtual, you know how many men probably had on the t-shirt, no motherfucking pants doing their interview? Hey, how are you? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm interested in the job. The way I can make your job a little bit better is the motherfucker. And then you got these motherfuckers that act like they so motherfucking sane, and then when you find out exactly who they are, and you know what? I'll even go as far as saying, when you get into a relationship, the next person you get in a relationship with, go ahead and get them a 5-hour mental health evaluation. No, for real. It needs to be done. If you genuinely want to put our minds at ease, that's what we need to we see happen. We need to see it happen. We need to see it motherfucking happen. Period. You asking a lot. In real life, it's asking a lot to work in a penitentiary, for real. Especially at however much they getting paid. You really, really have to be a strong individual to work in the penitentiary and in the jail. And you also have to have compassion and sternness, but not too stern to where you let somebody die or kill somebody. You can still be stern and have all the right qualities and get the job done. You can still run a prison the correct way if you are compassionate. You don't have to be a fucking jackass. You don't have to be a jerk. And you don't have to be working in no jail acting like you on a motherfucking TV motherfucking show. Bitch, you going into work and getting the fuck on, and you ain't even got no real motherfucking outfit. Get the fuck on with that stupid ass shit. This ain't the penitentiary. It's the jail. And y'all in there murdering and gonna end up in the same county that you murdered in, because you will get caught. And if you don't get held accountable, because some of you motherfuckers don't get held accountable. And I hate that. But if they genuinely want to listen to the people, then we're asking for psych evaluations for anybody that works in a jail or penitentiary. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I do this every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 8 Central Time, and every Wednesday and Friday from 9:30 a.m. Central Time. I will be on live a little bit early tomorrow because I have an appointment that's a little far, and I told y'all I got a psych evaluation tomorrow too. I'm all for it, psych evaluation, but I need my stimulator for my back, and that's what they require. So, yeah, it's happening tomorrow. So I will be live a little bit early tomorrow, probably like around, I'll probably be live around like 9 on the dot. Maybe 8:30. We'll see. I'll let y'all know in the morning. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the morning. I love y'all. I just